Hello guys, welcome back to another React Native tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to implement a text field which enables you to add hashtags and mention other people, just like this. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, I have created this component called mention hashtags, and I have implemented that component inside my app.tsx file. So as you can see, I can see this text component. Alright, so first of all, I'm going to create a text field. Let's create a text input. So to accomplish this, I'm not going to use any kind of third-party libraries. All those things I'm using, they are inbuilt components. So even the text input, I'm using the React Native text input. Alright, first create that one. And I'm going to create a state variable at the same time. Let's call it text, just to make it simple. Alright, so I'm going to hold my values that I'm going to type inside my text field into this state. So to do that, I'm going to implement on change text, and through this property I'm going to assign set text like this. Alright, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to initialize the value. So the value will be text, and I'm going to add a bit of styling. Let's see, background color, I would give something like this. And okay, let's save this and let's see the output. Okay, now you see I can see my text field like this. I'm going to give some, okay, you know what, I'm not going to give any text color yet. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to duplicate this component, and in a minute I will tell you why I have done this. Alright, so in the newly created second input, I'm going to remove this one. I don't need to add that listener into the second input. So what I'm going to do, the thing that I'm typing in my first text field and the text that I'm going to grab from that text field, I'm going to set the same text into the second input. And with that option, you will see if I'm typing on one text field, I can see both the text fields are updated like that. Okay, then again I want to do something like this. I want to change the color of the first text input to something like this. I'm going to make the color of the text field into transparent, actually color of the text inside the text field into transparent. So let's give something like this. We should have 8 digits, so it will indicate the alpha code 20202020. Okay, so the first text field we can't see anything that we are typing, but in the second text field we can see, and of course we should disable the editing option for the second text field. To do that, I'm going to do editable equal false. Alright, now you can't edit that second text field, but with that attribute it has changed the color of the text. So to prevent that, I can add a color to that text. So like let's give something like this. Alright, now the next thing I'm going to do, so when it comes to text input, there is a bit of advantage that we can get from the text input. It's that we can include element types inside that text input. So it's not just the strings that we can include inside the text input, we can include elements as well inside the text input. So to do that, I can have an ending tags for the text input. like this. And for now I'm going to like remove this value from here, and I'm going to add something like this, hello, and some other thing with a bit of styling. Let's say red. Alright, you see now in the same text input I can see two words with two colors. So with this behavior we are going to implement hashtags and mention. So what we can do, we can first analyze the text that we are typing in our first input, then we can break those break the sentence into words, and we can analyze one by one words, and we can do the necessary updates inside the second text input. Alright, so to do the analyze, I will create a new function. Let's say analyze text. Alright, so to analyze the text, I can like use a use effect, and this analyze should be executed in every time when the text is changed. Alright, so I'm going to like have the have text inside my use effect dependency list, and I'm going to call analyze text in here. So whenever the text is changed, it will execute this analyze text, and inside that analyze text function I can use the variable text. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to first split this text with space. So I'm going to split it with space. With this I can get word by words of that text. Alright, next what I'm going to do, let's assign this, I mean like in a split function it will give you an array. I'm going to assign that into a new variable, let's say words. I mean that makes sense. And what we can do here, we can iterate the words array like this, and I can check the current word. So like it's like this. So if the word starts with a hashtag, then I know that is a word related to the related to a hashtag. All right, so it's like W starts with hash, then I'm pretty sure that's a hashtag. All right, so that's how I identify a hashtag inside the text. Then again, else it would be another thing, and before I put this else, I have to do another thing, else if the word starts with, okay wait, let's see if else, okay. All right, so if the word starts with an at, that means that's a mention. All right, so that's how I going to identify the word is a mention. All right, okay, what's saying? All right, so we can like make, all right, okay. So then this is how we can start to analyze the text inside the text input. And what we can do, we can create a specific component to each and every word, and we can like keep all those components in a collection, and we can put the whole collection inside the second input. All right, so what I'm going to do, first I'm going to like create our main three examples. So there can be regular words, there can be at sign, there can be mentions, and there can be hashtags. So for the regular words we can use something like this, and for the hashtag we can use let's say something like this. Okay, so this is our hashtag. And for the mention as well, uh, I mean we can use the same blue color, or let me adjust the blue color more. Let's say like something like this. uh, okay, let me adjust it more. All right, you know what, I can do one, I can do it like this. I'll go to the browser, and in the browser let's go to the color picker, and let's pick a beautiful blue color for the mentions, something like this. All right, so this will be our mention inside the text input. Okay, so these are the three types that we are going to contain in that we will be able to see inside the text field. So what we can do here, again we can create a new collection, new state variable. So inside that state variable it will be an array. Inside that array we are going to contain all the components that we wanted to show in the second text field. All right, so I'm going to create, let's say, text comp set text comp use state, and this will be an array. So again, I can like say this will be type of any. It will be an array. Initially it is empty. So again, so now we can, what we can do here, we can like add text component dot push. So if this word is related to a hashtag, then I can add something like this. All right, I'm going to copy the same component and push it into the new array, and for the value I'm going to use the word, the exact word I'm going to use. I need to have it like this. All right. Okay, now let's continue the rest. Okay, for the at sign I can do the same thing again, but for the styling, actually for the mention, I would change the background rather than the color of the component. So I would do something like this. I would say the background color would be fine to have a color like this, and for the color of the text I can keep it like in the black. Okay, this would be much better. All right, so we can use this one for the mentions, and let's give the same variable inside here. And for the plain text, I can use something like this without any kind of styling. I mean, if I want, I can add the black color, because sometimes depending on the device theme, it will change the default color of the text field. So I can like have the black color, so with this it will always be in black color when it comes to the text of the text component. Now I have to include this component just like the way I have done here. So instead of having these things like this, I can add them like this, and the same thing here. So I can like copy this part, all right. So depending on the type of the word, I'm going to like store a component inside this text component array. So after that, what I can do, I can use the same collection to get all the necessary components that should be inside this second input. So what I can do, I can like iterate the text component, like this. And okay, let me see. Okay, I'm not going to iterate it. I mean, like, we can like have this kind of thing inside the text component, so it will be an array. So we are going to contain the whole array inside of the text component without iterating it. And I mean, we don't have to iterate it. All right, so let's save it and let's see what's the output. So like in the first text field we can type things. All right, okay. Okay, in here we have to first say change it to W, and of course again when we add values into an array, and it will try to iterate the whole array inside the text input. So because of that we have to like yeah, I think we have to add the key to that specific component. So like we can add something. Let's define the index. All right, like this. Okay, now let's type okay, so it says okay, let me refresh the whole thing. Okay, let me restart the application. Okay, that's not the correct application. All right, okay, let's type. Okay, it is still saying encounter two children with the same key. All right, so we are giving the index, and for the text component, okay, you know what, I think we have to set this text component to the state. So like okay, I will do something like this. I will create a new collection, let's say temp. This will be again a type of any, and of course it's an array, and I would add like this, and then after that I will set that as the state variable. All right, now it's working, and as you can see we can type just like the way we type normally. And let me type a hashtag. You see, when I type a hashtag, it will like highlight that hashtag, but we can't see any kind of spaces in the second text input. So what we can do, we can manually add a space after the word. So like this, we can add an space like this. All right, so now just like in the original text input, we can see it's in the second input as well. Okay, so to be a hashtag you should have a space from the last word, so you can have a hashtag like this. Okay, so this is how you can add hashtag, but the problem is now we are typing on a one text field and we can see the content on another text field, so that's not the good behavior. So what we can do, we can simply add some styling into the second text input. So like we can like make the position to be like absolute, and yeah, so it will like it will create the second input just over the first input. But with this thing. Now we can't actually click the first input because it is like under the second input. So what we can do, we can bring the second input like this. Now we will be able to click the first input. Again we have to like remove the background from the second input because it will cover the first it will cover the second input. Actually we have to remove the background from the first input. Okay, so like this. All right. Again there is a bit of flat stuttering I can see. Let me check. It's absolute. Again what we can do, let's try to remove the background from here as well.
Two hours later.
Alright guys, so after a bit of work I could like fix the issue. I don't know what really caused the issue, but anyway I could find a solution. So for the solution for the flickering is to have a placeholder like this. So with a placeholder like this, you see I can't see any kind of flickering anymore. It is like working as usual. I mean like the way that we can see in generally it is typing normally. But let me show you what will happen if I like provide a shorter placeholder into this. So like with a shorter placeholder we will again see that kind of flickering. I'm not sure what really the reason behind this issue, but with this kind of placeholder we can like see okay, let me save. Yeah, the fluttering is it's not happening anymore. But again I mean like so again like if there is no any kind of text inside the text field, we can't even see the placeholder. So to fix that we can like check if the text is empty or not. If it is not empty, then we can do the analyze. Otherwise we can insert an empty array into the component list. Alright, so like this we can see the placeholder. And if you don't want to have a placeholder like this, then you can, what you can do, you can like use, I mean even you have to like use a placeholder like this, and you can like change the color of the placeholder to something like this. So it will like make the placeholder transparent, but still it will be a solution for your issue. So no more flickering anymore. But if you still wanna have a shorter placeholder, then you can create a text component. Let's say like so if the placeholder should be visible if the text is empty. So like we can like check if the text length is equal to 0, then we can use a text component, and you can have whatever the placeholder you want in this text component. Let's say hello, and again you can make this you can apply the same style into this text component, and you can have a back font color like something like this. All right, and the position is absolute. I mean like we can use same kind of input without, instead of using a text component, because like the position in, I mean like the positions are not like really accurate. Okay, now we have okay, now we have a placeholder and no more flickering anymore. Okay, it's working fine. And also we can see our hashtags, and we can mention users like this, but it is not a uh, I mean the mentioning are not working like the way it's supposed to behave, but so like we can work on that later, but right now the hashtags are working. So you can like do hashtags, and the hashtags are highlighting in a different way compared to the regular text. And for the final part, let's see how to like gather all the hashtags, and in the next video I'm going to show you how to implement the mentioning thing. So for right now we can like do something like this. Let's create a new button. I'm going to use React Native button, and I'm going to provide a title, and for the onPress event I can create a new function, and in this function I'm going to create an alert, and in that alert I'm going to show all the hashtags within our text. So to get all the hashtags, you can like use something like this. You can like first split your text into spaces, just like the way we have done previously, and you will get an array of all the words which include in the text. And then you can like filter all your words, and you can select all the words which it starts with a hashtag. Okay, so this way you will get only the words that start with a hashtag, and they will be hashtags in your text. So I can like const is let's try to print just this like this. Okay, okay, I will provide the click. Alright, let's click. Alright, you see I got all the hashtags inside my text. So you can like do whatever the you want to do with this hashtag. So it is coming as an array, so you can do anything using that array. So in that array you will see all the hashtags inside the text. Okay, so this is how you can do the hashtag thing in React Native, and in the next video I will show you how to do the mention thing. We have already implemented the mention thing, the first part of the mention thing, but in the second video I will show you how to like have a list of mentioning peoples, and how to do necessary things regarding that mentioning. Alright, I will see you in the next video.